watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning and welcome into this Monday edition of Good Morning Vail. It is a beautiful sunny day to start the week after this holiday weekend, and we've got a great show for you coming up. We've got the new owners of the Sitzmark in Vail coming in to talk about the new renovations and what's happening over there. It's exciting stuff. National Ice Cream Day is coming up, so we're going to have a nice little segment looking back at some fun ice cream in the kitchen. And so much more going on. It's a great Monday to be out and about, and it's going to be a great week. So grab that cup of coffee. Good Morning Vail starts right now. Welcome into the TV8 Weather Center. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt, on this Monday morning, starting out at 53 degrees. Things will warm up to a nice 76 degrees today. Some perfect weather, summer weather right now. 15% chance of precipitation probably in the afternoon here. Mostly sunny skies, 5 to 10 mile per hour winds today. Going to be a great start to the week. Into the hourly around noon, things warm up to 68 degrees. And at 4 p.m., temperatures hit 74. Before coming back down, 8 p.m., still around 70 degrees. So nice and cool out there today. Into the I-70 quarter, Eagle looking at a high of 83 today. Avon high of 78, Vail high of 76, and Denver looking at an 85-degree day on the Front Range. 15% chance of precipitation in the Rocky Mountain region here. Nothing too crazy. Tonight, a low of 46 degrees with a 50% chance of precipitation and partly cloudy skies tonight, and those winds died down just a little bit into the evening. Into the rest of the week, a lot of sunshine in the forecast here. Partly cloudy skies expected Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So pretty much through the rest of the week, we're looking at a little bit of cloud coverage here, and those highs remaining in those mid to high 70s and cracking the 80s rolling into the weekend, and the lows staying in the 50s there. So we're in that typical Colorado summer weather right now, and we are loving it. Stay tuned. We are going to get going with the show next.
Good morning, Vail.
Stevie Lee Wood presents Nashville Roadhouse Live, where country meets rock and roll.
It's where I drank my first beer, where I found Jesus, where I read my first chart, I tore it all to pieces.
Join us every week for more live performances right here on Nashville Roadhouse Live.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Daily Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
This is Necklace. This easy-to-use, non-surgical alternative improves the appearance of sagging skin around your neck and jawline. Made from medical-grade tape, Necklace lasts up to 10 hours, giving you a firmer, smoother look all day long.
This is the one that works.
Starting on one side, peel off to expose adhesive and affix it beneath your earlobe. Stretch the strip around the back of your neck until it reaches the other side. Remove the white backing from the other end of the strip and attach under the other earlobe. Go ahead and take your hair down.
Wow, look at that!
Necklace really is the one that works.
Women everywhere are thrilled with the results.
Necklace is my time machine, and I'm loving life again.
Necklace is way better than surgery. It's cheaper and it's easier.
Oh wow, took like 6 years off here.
Well, I like it.
It's like a mini facelift.
Oh, it totally works.
Think I need a box or two.
Use the on-screen QR code or visit sagnomore.com to order now. We even give you a money-back guarantee. Try Necklace today.
Good morning, Vail.
Here in Vail, we have so many great properties and hotels, and joining us now are the new owners of the Sitmark Lodge, Steve and Amy. Steve and Amy, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Ross.
Thanks for having us. So tell us a little bit about your story and how you stumbled across the Sitmark here, and we'll get into the renovations here eventually, but how did you kind of stumble across this?
Sure. Well, a couple years ago, we met the previous owner, Jeannie Fritsch, and her family, who had owned the hotel for 50 years. And Jeannie was looking to do something different and kind of exit the business. And Amy and I were looking for something to do in Vail, so we struck up a friendship and decided that this was going to be our next adventure.
Yeah, I mean, how do you describe? Obviously, there's the address, but how do you describe to people where the hotel is?
So we call it the heart of Vail.
Yeah.
So which it really is. I mean, it's right there, kind of main and main, just off Checkpoint Charlie, and right. Just 100 or so steps to Gondola 1, and next to some of the best restaurants and shops in Colorado, frankly.
Yeah, talk about stumbling home. You were right next to almost all the best restaurants in Vail. Great property, beautiful, right on the water there. Let's talk about the renovations a little bit. How stressful is that? And I think we're there, right? But like, what did you do? What's happened?
It's been a series of sprints,
yes.
that have collectively become a marathon.
Yes.
Yeah. So we started 18 months ago when we purchased the property. And our goal was to, kind of keep the boutique and quaint feel and nature of the hotel, but really update it and modernize it so that today's guest can really enjoy it and feel the comfort, but really feel like it's a mountain gem, which it really is.
Definitely, and we're taking some look at the pictures there. Amy, what's your role in all this? How did this all come together? Is this like a lot of long nights? You mentioned it's a lot of sprints, but like, what was the heavy lifting you had there?
It's not so much. It's a small business. You do everything. We have guests who need a bigger blender, and that means going over to kitchen collage. It means vacuuming. It means doing dishes. It means greeting guests. It means loading cars. You do everything.
Yeah. Have you guys had a chance to meet some of the regulars yet, or kind of the people that are here every year?
We have, and some of the stories that we get are pretty amazing. We have people who have been coming for decades, and they love coming to Vail. They love staying at the Sitmark, and they're thrilled with the updates. Even though it's a change, they kind of come in and they're shocked. But at the end of the day, they love their stay, and they're spending their anniversaries with us. And what I think is most heartwarming is the longtime guests are now bringing their children and their grandchildren. So really creating this legacy that we're really embracing.
Yeah, we were talking a little off camera. I know Nick and Emily Jackson.
Yeah,
they love staying there every year for the GoPro Mountain Games. So I know that's just a popular spot with people that come through town.
Well, we've got guests who have been coming, like Steve said, 20, 30 years, and they stay in the same room, and they book when they leave, and those are the people I said Steve is talking about, next generation. And we wanted to make the remodel still welcoming enough to them. Like I said, it wasn't so shocking that they felt like they could just transition into this next phase with their families.
Yeah, definitely. That's so cool to see kind of generations coming through, right? And then obviously close to all the restaurants, but then you're right next to Gondola One and all the outdoor activities that we have here. What do you guys like to do? What are you guys doing in the summer?
Well, I am I'm
He's
coming
the
off the
show-off.
couch and doing the triple bypass on Saturday.
Yes.
The last 60 days of this remodel has impacted my training. So we're going to see if I'm going to make it.
Have you done it before?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I've done it the last few years, and so we're gonna see what a real toll working 14 hours a day takes on.
You got great support crew here, I assume,
I sure
right?
do. Yes.
I've retired from the support crew, but I'll be there at the finish line.
What do you like to do in the summer, Amy?
I like to do a lot of hiking. So I have a big hike coming up from Aspen to Crescent Butte and back. Yep. We also play a lot of golf. We try to get on the bikes, hang out with our kids.
Yeah. But that's important, right? Kind of helping the guests and letting them know what's going on and where to go, and kind of having that institutional knowledge, right? Of how to get around Vail. What did you guys do before taking over the Sitsmart?
So I'm in the hotel business. I went to hotel school, and in 2005 started a company that invests in hotels around the country. And we started to wind that business down a little bit, and then picked it back up again when we bought this property. And so this one's in my backyard, and currently my favorite. So
awesome.
We're spending a lot of time, and really, it's a passion project for us.
For sure.
We're enjoying it.
For sure.
We're blessed to be involved.
Yeah. And Amy, what were you doing?
So we're originally from Chicago, and I come from the PR background, and then I've had small businesses and some entrepreneurial things. I've done some freelance writing that we talked about earlier, kind of what you're doing, so things like that. So when it was time to take over the hotel, it's very similar. You just jump in wherever you're needed.
Yeah, and so speaking of jumping in, like we're rocking and rolling at the Sits right now, right? 4th of July was a big weekend. Can you tell me what happened over there?
Yeah, sure was. So we had a sellout weekend, and we had a great parade festival and party, kind of reopening right in front of the hotel. And one of the things that we did during this remodel was we added these European bells to the side of the property.
Oh, there's our friend Romer.
Yeah, and you can see them there. So one of the new traditions in Vail that was introduced just around COVID that we are really trying to embrace and get the rest of the community to kind of expand with us is the ringing of the bells at really operate time. But I sort of view it as a celebration of what you did that day. Out on the mountain, skiing or biking or kayaking or whatever it is. And now it's time to kind of relax and enjoy the rest of the evening. So we put these bells up, and we had the mayor come up and do the first ceremonial ringing of them, and now we're gonna really hopefully that tradition gets embraced and kind of create this sort of new legacy of Vail and ideas for moving it forward.
Is that a daily occurrence?
It is a daily occurrence. Awesome. It's on the list of things for us to do. so
great. I'll be bell ringing. Yeah.
I'm going to commit to hopefully it getting done every day.
Yeah, that's so fun. I do remember that over those years, and what a nice little touch, and it's beautiful.
I think it's cool, and it's very European and kind of in keeping with the architecture and the style and the nature of the property itself.
I think you have to ring it a couple extra times after the triple bypass.
3 times.
Yeah, there you go.
Hopefully they don't make me ring it when it's over because it might be a late night.
Yeah. So what's going on the rest of the summer for you guys?
So we've got, we're starting to already gear up for Oktoberfest, which is coming up. Believe it or not, the summer's going by so fast, but we got a really busy busy July and August, and then Oktoberfest is coming up, so we got a lot of nice events and plans. We got some weddings.
Yep, I say we're hosting a small wedding. We're hosting the Avalanche Alumni Weekend. I said we're starting to just take on a little bit more now that we have hopefully our guest experience somewhat dialed in, and
a little warm up for winter.
A
right?
little
That's
warm
Just
up for winter.
A couple months to warm up here. Anything else I should have asked you guys? Anything else you want to add?
I just, come see the new property, and we'll take great care of you and your families, and really want to showcase this gem that we want to carry into the future.
Awesome. Where can we go for more information?
Best to reach us at www.sitsmarkvail.com, or you can always call us at 970-476-5001.
All right, random question, and I don't know if you're ready. What is a Sitzmark?
Okay. So the Sitzmark is a German word that means it's when you fall backwards on your skis and you leave that divot.
Okay.
So it's the impression of the snow when you fall backwards. So kind of when you fall on your
Interesting. That's very interesting. I never knew that. How cool.
It is pretty cool. We didn't know that until after we bought the hotel and realized what that meant and thought it was super cool. So we're kind of embracing that whimsy in some of the designs. So we got a bunch of Sitzmarks around the hotel to come check out.
I assume it works with snowboarding too.
Yes.
Just the mark you leave when you get out. That is so cool. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Best of luck this summer, and
thank you.
Congratulations on the renovations and everything. And we'll see you at the Sitz.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for the interest.
Yeah. Thanks, Ross.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No.
Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Good morning, Vail.
It's Math 2.0 day, and up next we're going to take a look at Elephant Learning and what they are doing to help people learn.
Now, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am honored to be joined here on the couch because this is a very, very important topic. And with the rise of the COVID pandemic and before, kids are falling behind in their education, specifically in math, because they don't understand why they need to use it. And joining me today is Dr. Aditya Nagrath, who is the founder of Elephant Learning. How are you?
Hi, great. Thank you for having me.
So I mentioned, with the COVID pandemic, it's really, I think, heightened and highlighted education, and specifically around mathematics. And you are such an impressive person. And so how did you decide to come up with Elephant Learning?
Yeah, well, so we came up with Elephant Learning because we had done some research and we had found out that 4 out of 5 students start kindergarten unprepared for the kindergarten curriculum. And this happens completely along income lines. And the reason why is because the top 20% earners are able to send their children to preschool. And in preschool, they ensure that they meet the standard for counting to 10. But ultimately, that's what we learned, is that students were coming in and they didn't really understand counting to 10. And that was because that there's this gap between what the parent thinks counting to 10 is and what the standards say counting to 10 is.
And, you know, starting at such a young age and not being comfortable with that, it creates anxiety. So talk to me about mathematic anxiety and how it is a very much real thing.
Yeah, so like the stem of the mathematics anxiety is this idea of understanding that language of mathematics. So we focus on teaching the mathematics of language, or sorry, the language of mathematics. And so like when you don't understand the teacher and you're trying to just get through and get to the next level, whatever that is, anxiety starts to form because it looks like everyone around you understands this and you're supposed to know it, but like there's like this imposter syndrome starting to form. And it's kind of maybe the basis of where it all comes from.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to let your teacher down. And then on top of that, you want to seem like you're keeping up with everybody in the classroom. So then that anxiety just starts to compound as you get older and you learn more and you move through the school system and the curriculum. Now, elephant learning, very impressive. So you have a background in computer programming. You learned the C++ language at the age of 14.
Yeah.
So naturally, you moved into this application development process. So what inspired it? How did you create elephant learning? Tell me all about it.
Sure. What we inherited was a program that was funded by the National Science Foundation and partly by the Toyota Foundation. And it had activities for 4- and 5-year-olds. These activities help demonstrate the concepts to the students. So like think about it like teaching the colors. You have to show a student red things, and then they have to infer that red refers to the color. So you show them a red truck, a red ball, a red whatever, and you're labeling it, red truck, red ball, etc. So they learn that red refers to the color. In the same way like we teach the quantities, it's same thing that parents would do. How many fingers am I holding up? Or can you give me 6 things? And then from there, we teach them the operations. And again, they have to kind of live with it. So like, give me 5 things, give me 4 more things. How many do I have now? It's the idea of 5 + 4. So through these activities, they actually learn the language of mathematics, and then they understand the teacher better in the classroom because they have a experience or a reference point to think back to when they look at the written mathematics.
And so, you know, oftentimes with math, you're just doing it, you're executing it, and that's it. You don't think about the why or whatnot. And so through your program, you're able to kind of like appreciate and initiate that conversation as well.
Yeah, so like the real thing that they're getting out of it is this ability to see when do I use these operations to solve problems. And that's what's most important, because if you've memorized your multiplication tables, but you can't use multiplication to solve a real life problem or a word problem, then multiplication is absolutely useless to you. Even if you're memorizing the mnemonic, right? In real life, when the multiplication problem shows up, you don't have a mnemonic. So really, we make math useful for the student.
Yeah, so speaking of students, how many students have worked through your program? You've been in business 7 years, so very impressive. Tell me all about it.
So over the last 7 years, we've had over 150,000 students go through our system. We ran a research study on 56,000 students, and what we found was that on average, they learned 1.67 years of math over the course of 13 weeks. They used it just under 40 minutes per week. Our initial study had them learning about 1.5 years of math over the course of 10 weeks, using it just under 30 minutes per week. So those numbers, they basically line up. So we're reproducing the experiment over and over again.
And that's great. And so you mentioned 1.5 years of math, so that just boosts them 1.5 years up into the grade level that they should be, or maybe above if they're doing really well.
Right. Well, we focus on the essential topics. And when you teach it as a language, they're able to pick it up a little bit faster. They might not be able to execute the operations with fluency is what they call it, like speed, right? But they're able to execute it. So that's, in modern society, that's like better, because you can always pull out a calculator and you could always execute it if you could figure out which are the operations that you need to run. But then ultimately, again, we actually make the math useful to the student because they're able to use it.
So Dr. Aditya, tell me about the rise of smartphones. You know, people are relying on their smartphones for any kind of answers, so mathematic calculations specifically. I love the idea that you have an app and you're able to teach people. So what are you seeing from a kid's perspective? You know, how many kids, like what's the average age? Do you feel like they're learning a little bit better? Tell me more.
Right, so we cover from counting through algebra, and we've had students of almost all ages, because like if you're struggling with upper level mathematics, typically there's a misconception in algebra or earlier. The average age might be 7 or 8 years old, but that's because the range is wide. And I think that like the most amazing thing is that we have students that come in, they don't like mathematics, they don't like math in the classroom, and then they use our system, and then after being able to understand what's happening in the classroom, now mathematics is engaging to them because they're able to participate in the classroom. The games themselves, again, there are activities that like are demonstrating the concepts, like give me 5 things, give me 4 more things, how many do I have now? Or, you know, like for multiplication, we have rows or groups of items. So like each group has 7, and you can see there's 4 groups. How many things do we have? And there's curtains that ensure that like they just can't count them up.
Oh, good.
So like,
good.
What we do then is that like these activities, they're not really hiding the math, but they feel like a puzzle game to the student, and a lot of students start to engage with it.
And it really just increases their confidence in the classroom. I love that.
Yeah, and it builds problem-solving skills, and then also it builds intuition into this idea of induction. So like that's the idea that what's true on smaller numbers is also true on larger numbers. So that's what we do is we go through the operations and we kind of start with small numbers and we may move them up so that they see it working through small to larger numbers.
Great. So talk to me about parent involvement in elephant learning. You know, where can they go for more information? How do they get involved in making sure that their kids are really learning and utilizing your tools?
Sure.
Yeah.
So like for the parent, we have these dashboards, and the dashboards tell the parent what the student's working on, where there might be struggles, so if they needed to focus, they could. And also like what activities you could be doing outside of the system to reinforce those same ideas. Like when we determine that they're ready for fluency with addition or multiplication, we might give you card games to play so that you're multiplying and you're building that speed and that memorization. But after they've understood it, so they understand why they're doing it. But basically, to get started, they could just go to elephantlearning.com. You put in your email address, and that's the way to get started. From there, you can download an app onto the tablet of the student. But yeah, everything's available basically through website and through app.
Awesome. Now, I think it's so important, and it's a great way to bond with your child, too. So I love that you have a parent side of it that can really make sure that things are happening.
We have coaching videos that show, like, how could you work with the student. We typically recommend the Y method. And we give this out for free, so I've said this on podcasts before, but basically what it is you let the student answer incorrectly, and then you ask them, why do you think that's the right answer? So it's kind of like asking them to show their work. But like for kind of the younger students, the why is around the language. So when the student tells you why, you're going to be able to see what is it that they don't understand and what is the language you need to clarify. Or if you just need to give them a hint so that they get that aha moment.
I love that. So talk to me about the results. What results are you seeing?
Yeah, well, on average, again, students are learning years of mathematics over the course of several months, using it just 10 minutes a day, 10 to 20 minutes a day. And, I mean, they go into the classroom, they feel more confident, they start to say that I actually do enjoy math class, they start to see the usefulness of math in everyday life, they start talking about it with their parents. So, like, yeah.
It's just a great, so 1.5 years, they can increase it in about 12 to 13 weeks.
Yeah.
Their knowledge base is great.
Yeah, again, we focus on the essential topics as a language. The goal was, can I get them to understand the teacher in the classroom so that we could fill that gap? Because what we did see was that over time, the education system in America works for those top 20% income earners. And this makes sense because if you came into the education system able to understand the teacher, then the education system is effective. So then the question is how can we make it effective for everyone?
Yeah, how can you provide supplemental income that's, or not income, but supplemental education that's fun?
Right.
Absolutely.
Supplemental education that could then make it so that when they participate in the classroom, it's useful.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Now, tell us where we can go for more information and find out any other details that we need to know.
Sure. Everything's on our website, elephantlearning.com. If you find us on Facebook, you can DM us. I think Instagram also works. But yeah, like just contact us, email us at support@elephantlearning.com. We're happy to answer any questions, but almost everything's on our website.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Aditya, thank you so much for coming on the show. I love your passion and your knowledge. It's so impressive to see the research that you put into this and just the passion you have to help elevate education and the school system. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We have a lot more here on this next episode, so we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today. Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Good morning, Vail.
National Ice Cream Day is this month, and up next we're going to take a look at Kim's first day hosting here at TV8 Good Morning Vail, where she was cooking up some ice cream in the kitchen. Let's take a look.
And we
Have at it, kiddo.
and we are back here at Good Morning Vail. Mark, I have just had a blast with you today, so I'm really excited about what we're about to do.
Yeah, let's ice cream sodas. Let's talk about the ice cream soda, though. Let's talk about the history behind it. It is National Ice Cream Soda Day. And I was never like a big ice cream soda drinker. I was more like the root beer float kind of thing. But I guess it's similar in a way, no? Because you have fizzy soda and ice cream.
It is. It's just a little bit different because you're not using root beer. You're using just regular soda water. So you don't need to have like extra flavors into it. And you can really taste like the chocolate and the ice cream or whatever syrup you choose to use. Yeah.
So you have a deep history rooted in the ice cream soda.
I
What,
don't know.
back home, East Coast? Tell me, what is it?
Definitely East Coast. I think it's a...
I'm not from the East Coast, but I never grew up having ice cream sodas.
Well, my mom grew up on Long Island, right? And so you had a lot
Deborah.
of soda shops. Deborah is her name. And so growing up as kids, she would always treat us to ice cream sodas. And there's a couple variations of it. So that's what I grew up on.
So you've made them at home.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I've never made one before. This is all you. And a little bit about the history of it. I'm just researching it. They've been around, they say, more than a century.
Which is pretty impressive.
One way or another, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the soda water was actually kind of invented in like 1808 or 1803 maybe, and then somehow they kind of accidentally stumbled across the making of the ice cream soda. So
Yeah, as with most inventions, ice cream soda was created unintentionally by the coming together of ice cream and soda. And then the guy that thinks supposedly that this guy, Robert Greene, he invented it. He passed away, obviously, but this was a while ago. But he has it inscribed on his tombstone, too, that he was the inventor of ice cream soda.
it must have really been a huge hit at the time of his death to have that inscribed on his tombstone. But that being said, I think we should try it. What do you think?
Yeah, so okay, walk me through. What are we doing first?
So we have a couple of choices, right? Do you like chocolate or do you like caramel?
I like caramel,
Okay.
personally.
Well, I think you would do about 3 tablespoons of caramel, so I'm going to let you go ahead and try
So that's
yours.
going in the cup
It's
first?
going in the cup
And then
first.
and you're going to do yours? What are you
And then
going to have,
I'm going to do chocolate
Okay.
because I'm a traditionalist
Okay.
and I love chocolate. So
Okay.
just put about 3 tablespoons.
So I did a little measurement. So a quarter cup is 4 tablespoons.
Oh, so let's go a little bit
So I'm
sweeter,
gonna go. I'm not gonna do a full quarter cup, but
3 to 4, I think, would be
Ish.
good. It depends on how sweet you like things. And I would show you if you didn't have any measurements, I would just do about 3 of these.
You're going to wing it?
I'm going to wing it.
All right, so I've got the caramel, you've got the chocolate.
Yep. And then when you've got everything kind of mixed in there, and this is a rough estimate that I'm doing.
No, you like chocolate, obviously.
I'm a big fan.
Would Deborah pass on? Would she be like, "This is okay, honey, good job"?
She would tell me I'm doing great. She's an eyeball kind of cook.
Would you?
So
I am too.
great.
Would you ever do caramel and chocolate?
You know, I probably would, but I think I'm going to stick with traditional chocolate today.
Okay, continue.
All of the syrups that you would want. You could probably even do strawberry if you wanted to.
I bet you could.
Then you're going to take a fork, and it looks like you've got the fork over there.
I've got a fork.
And the soda water. And you're going to fill up the cup for about...
The fork and the soda
water. I'll use
water.
my spoon since it's already
No, we
in
can
here.
just use that fork. Here, I'll pour it and you can stir it. So
Yep.
This is going into yours right now?
It's going in about 3/4 of the way, and you just kind of stir it until it gets nice and foamy, and you know you've got a little bit of that carbonation in the syrup. You stop right there.
Good there.
And then you take your ice cream. Hopefully it's melted a little bit so we can get the
do
ice
this
cream
one?
out.
We'll
Yeah,
do this
I
one
think we
too? You can stir it. You want to stir it?
You want to
off
add some chocolate into that, or should I use your fork?
You can use the fork.
We're going to keep it.
I got a big blob
keep
of
it pure.
caramel on the side there too. Get
Oh, that's
that off
all
of there.
right.
That's going to end up in the
Just
same
kinda
place as the rest of it. Okay,
Stir it
good
around.
there.
You can tell like the bubbles are really foamy because you've got the extra syrup in there. At least on my side. I don't know.
Well, what's up with yours? Okay.
It's a nice gentle stir. You know, you don't want to make it too foamy.
Okay.
Then you take the ice cream. So we've got a couple flavors here. We've got coffee and vanilla. I'm going to go with traditional vanilla just because it reminds me of my childhood.
Okay.
So got to stick with what I know, right?
And then this is going in on top of it?
So you're going to take a couple scoops and then you're putting it on top. And that's it.
Do you want to wing it? Let's want to go with the big. Let's just go with the spoon.
Let's go with the big spoon.
Let's just see if we can shovel it in there. Oh, it's nice and soft.
Oh, it's perfect.
I don't have a scooper. That scooper is kind of more for melon balling, I think. Little
you
scoops.
could probably
we don't
do
want
that
those.
too. Really, you can do your own variation of We're just having a party over here.
Get that off of there. It's live. It happens. I apologize. Trying to flick it out.
The key is don't melt your ice cream too much before you start scooping it. But anyways, yeah, you can really just kind of do whatever variation you want of it, whether it's your ice cream or your soda choices. I like just traditional soda water.
Chocolate, vanilla ice cream, and soda water. That's you.
That's the classic. Yeah, you know, if you want to be nostalgic and throw it back to like soda shops of old, that's the way to do it.
Okay.
But if you want to be fancy, try the caramel, try the coffee flavored ice cream.
I don't want to be fancy. I just like caramel more than chocolate. It has nothing for me about being fancy at all. Is that good so far?
I think it's great. Honestly, you can give it a little stir. You can add some more soda water to the top of it just so the ice cream stays afloat.
Now, the recipe that we had also called for maybe even using some heavy cream.
You could use heavy cream, which you're right about that. Let's add a little bit of that.
Oh, let's just add some heavy cream.
Just add all the dairy.
Do you want to pour it on me? Since I...
You know, we're just having a little bit of fun over here this morning. It's a Tuesday after all.
This is what you get. It is a Tuesday.
It is
that lines
the
up
second
perfectly.
longest day of the year, so things get a little bit weird.
Oh, boy. And then I'm stirring this a little bit?
Stir it up, then you can take a straw. I'm going to go with the yellow straw.
Does it look like it's supposed to?
Yeah, it does. You just want a lot of that foam on top, and you just stir it, and it's a delicious treat.
And it's not messy whatsoever. That's
well,
a
it depends on
blessing.
who you're talking to. It's messy when this guy's involved.
Oh, I'm never going to live that one down.
Oh, absolutely
It's
not.
going to come back and get me. That's good.
Bloopers for days and years, probably.
Okay, and then if you wanted to, you could have a big long spoon too. So
Nice
you could
long
shovel.
spoon. Yep. I've got a spoon here. I'll probably taste my ice cream in a little
What
while.
is in there, your spoon?
And my other spoon. You know, a little bit messy over here in the kitchen today.
I get it now. I don't think I've really had maybe 2 of those in my life, and
What do
I
you
can
think?
see why it's yummy.
It's fun. It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's like a milkshake, but not quite, and it's got a little extra carbonation to give it
Yeah.
a little pizzazz.
Okay. Deborah, what do you think of that?
I think we did a great job. I know that Deborah would be proud.
She's
so.
probably laughing that I shot vanilla ice cream over at you. With your dark outfit, and we have the vanilla
Hey,
ice cream.
it cleans up well. So,
Good job.
Mark,
Cheers.
cheers. Happy
Cheers.
Tuesday.
So, yeah, National Ice Cream Soda Day. Get some club soda, tonic water, whatever we're using. Club soda? Yeah.
Club soda. Yep.
Club soda, get your flavor of choice for your ice cream, and just go have fun and make a mess, and then videotape it and post it on your TikTok account. All right.
And tag us.
Yeah. Hey, we have more of the show coming up. We'll be right back. Once again, happy Ice Cream Soda Day. Good to have you here.
Great to be here.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day off on Coffee with America.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Woo. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at LeadvilleRailroad.com.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
Good morning, Vail.
It is World Skin Day, and we are going to toss it up next to Glitz and Glam and do some pampering. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the Glitz and Glam. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I'm here at the beautiful Lodge at Vail and at the beautiful spa with an amazing human being, Coco. How are you doing today, Coco?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
I am so thrilled to be here. I actually have never, believe it or not, I've heard good things. I've never been here before and I'm so impressed. Tell us a little bit about the spa here and what makes you guys different.
So our spa opened in July 2008,
okay.
So we've been around for a while. We have 6 massage rooms. One of them is a couples room that has its own bathtub. So it's a Japanese bathtub that we have where guests can just soak for about 25 minutes during their treatment.
Sorry, I'm smiling so big because that sounds so romantic. I'm like, yes, I love this. That's very different. I think for this valley especially, that's very cool.
Yeah, we're one of the few spas that has that big couples room. It also has a fireplace in it, which is lovely.
You're selling me. I'm ready. Let's do it.
And then we also have 2 facial rooms. So we can do 2 facials at a time, which is something else that sets us apart from the rest of the spas in the valley.
Well, and that's really cool because if you come in with a friend and you want to get facials at the same time, that's brilliant. That's really, really neat. You don't have to wait for one another.
Exactly.
It's different, yeah.
And then we also have the Recovery Lounge, which is something new that we just launched in the last few months.
Okay.
So the Recovery Lounge has a leg compression machine.
Oh, I've done this. Yeah. This is brilliant. Oh my goodness, not to interrupt you, but that is so brilliant for skiers and snowboarders alike and people that just love to work out. You can feel a difference in seconds, not even minutes, seconds. Okay.
Absolutely,
wow.
yeah. So we have it in increments of 15 or 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then we have 25 minutes of oxygen in that same room as well.
So you can you get the oxygen while you're doing the leg compression?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I don't know what I want to do. I'm like facials, leg compression. I love this. Massages. Oh my.
Massages and body treatments as well.
Really? Okay. Yeah. What are some of the body treatments that you do?
So our most popular, I would say, is the honey avocado wrap.
Ooh.
Which sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So you get exfoliated, you get wrapped in a cocoon, then you get a bath. It's a whole treatment.
This is a whole vibe. I have to say, right from the second that I walked in this space, it feels so good. It has a good energy about it. It's clean lines. It's just, I love it. It feels really, really cool. Yeah. And what do you think is or what would you say, go out on a limb, what is your favorite thing here, do you think? I know that's a loaded question because they're all so amazing, but.
It is, but I think my favorite is the hydrofacial.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever had one.
I've heard about this, where it puts the moisture back into your skin for that glowy kind of
Well, not just that, it gives you this super deep cleanse.
Oh.
Because it's all done with a specific machine by this company called Hydrofacial.
Okay.
And it basically pulsates serums straight into your skin.
Oh.
It's lovely.
I need that.
It's one of those treatments that you end up with this just dewy glow at the end of it.
Well, and I feel like here, and we're so high altitude, I know for myself, my skin is so dry all the time. And when I come back from skiing, it's not looking glowy, not dewy, it's not feeling good. So that is a big moment. So let me ask you this. I know so many people are so excited, men and women, and that's something I really want to touch base on too. I think spas for so long, people just assumed is feminine and girly. It is not.
Not necessarily.
Right.
Not necessarily. I mean,
yes.
we do facials for men all the time, like the Nurture by Nature facial.
Okay.
It's our customized facial.
Okay.
We actually use our line, the line called Eminence.
I know all about it. It's so good. Yeah.
It's an organic line from Hungary.
Okay.
And yeah, we can do treatments like that for men. We can do massages for men, body treatments for men.
That's what I love, because I think, and also the massages, that could be men and women, a couple or two girlfriends, two guy friends, whatever, you know, your preferences. I think that's so beautiful now that it is so open to everyone.
Absolutely.
I love that, because I gave my dad a little bit of a hard time because I told him, you need to go and try out these spas. It's a big deal.
You're missing out.
Yes. Okay. So your favorite would be the facial.
Yeah.
That's okay. What do you think, as far as people you've seen, what is the most popular thing that you guys do here?
The most popular thing that we do is probably the 80-minute massage, the 80-minute customized massage.
Oh.
Because people like to choose how much pressure they wanna get throughout their massage. They wanna choose which areas of the body they wanna get worked on, and so all those things can be customized for the massage.
And Coco, let me ask you this: when women are pregnant and that kind of, can you do those kind of massages here?
We do. We have prenatal massages.
Neat. Okay.
We also have all the pillows that are needed so that our guests can be nice and comfortable.
So as far as massages go here, really, what is the youngest age? And then you can do any age, correct? Like,
so the youngest age we do is 13.
Awesome.
We always like to have a parent present, so we usually book those in the couples room.
Okay, I love
so
that.
So that way the parent can be in the room while the child is getting the massage.
The reason I asked is I know that's becoming a thing now, and I'm like, how lucky to be raised or even come here on a vacation. I'm so grateful I live here. But there's so many birthday parties and things, or like a mom wants to take her daughter or son for a special moment. So that's really cool. Okay, that's really. What are your hours and where are you located here in this beautiful spa?
So the spa is at the Lodge at Vail, which the Lodge at Vail is in Vail Village. We are open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sorry, to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And we're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week. That's awesome. And I see some items around here too. Can you do a little shopping while you're here? Is that okay? Tell me a little bit about that too.
So at the moment we have some retail area over here, some clothes, some bathing suits. We also have some facial products. And right now we're in the works to bring in a few new brands.
Oh, I like that.
So come like mid-July, we're gonna have a really nice shopping area here.
I love how passionate you are. You can feel that you love working here. It's so,
I do.
And I have to say, the Lodge at Vail is such a special place. And truly, I've seen this year after year. When you come in, it is a vibe. You feel so welcome here. And now this spa is so exciting. I can't wait to come and try out all the different things. I know you're going to walk us through and walk the viewers through all the different things that you have here, all the different places and the items around here. Can you tell us kind of the different rooms that you're going to show us as far as like what we'll be seeing today?
So we have a couples room, and then we have 5 massage rooms.
Okay.
And we have 2 facial rooms.
Okay, that's what you said, yeah?
Yeah, we have the recovery lounge.
Yes,
and then we have gender separated locker rooms.
Awesome.
And each one has its own sauna, steam room, and hot tub.
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah. So literally you can come, have something amazing done to your body, your mind, your soul, all of it together. It really is a spiritual moment coming to a spa. Yeah. And then you can chill for a little bit.
We also offer day passes.
Oh.
So if you're not staying at the hotel and all you really want is just to enjoy the facilities, you can just
Okay.
come in for a $35 a day pass.
Okay, that is so good to know, especially for those locals.
Yeah.
Or those locals, us locals. I will be here. $35, that is
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, that's really, really cool. Is that something, as far as being a local, if you are interested in coming like once a week, you can just pay that price?
Every day, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that is so neat. That is awesome, Coco. Well, is there anything else you want to share about the spa here?
I would say that one of the things that sets us apart is our staff. We have just lovely therapists that have a really, really great return rate, which I think that says a lot, you know, when people keep coming back for that same therapist.
And they love their job and they love being here. That's actually a really interesting question too. As far as your therapist, do they come from all over the world? Are they more local? Is it kind of a mix of both?
I have a lot of people that are local to Gypsum and
Cool.
Edwards.
Okay.
I have some people that work at Leadville.
Awesome.
I have one therapist that's from Germany.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get the whole
A little
vibe.
bit of everything.
I love that. Welcome back to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I am so excited because I have an awesome human being with me today, Hillary from Squash Blossom. She owns Squash Blossom, and I love all the jewelry there. I love her. I'm so excited you're here, Hillary. Why are you here? Give us a little information.
Well, because the segment's called Glitz and Glam, Gretchen. I am the glitz part,
The
so I
glitz.
brought lots of diamonds and sparkles.
I love
so
that.
the whole idea is come to the lodge, the spa, get your amazing facials and all the services they offer, and then come to Squash Blossom for some jewels.
So you can get your glam on here at the spa and your glitz on at Squash Blossom. And I can't wait to hear about these pieces. What did you bring us?
So I brought lots of fun stuff.
Yes.
My favorite is this new line called Ondine, which is all about movement.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this piece and bring it over here to show you. Look at this amazing stuff.
That is stunning.
So everything she does is just, it moves.
And
So
where is this out of, Hillary? I didn't.
This is all made in New York.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just a fun, beautiful bracelet that has the sparkle. But what I like about it is obviously the movement, but it's just fun
Very
and different.
feathery. I like the movement. You're right. It does bring it to life. It's more. Yeah.
Yeah,
it has something. It adds something.
Right. It's something extra special. You know, a lot of people do diamonds, but this is just
I love
a
that.
little twist. And then I'm wearing the necklaces are hers as well. These are the hearts that kind of move.
Is this movement something you've seen more and more with jewelry, or is it kind of specific to her? Because I
It's
haven't
really,
seen.
yeah,
I love
it's
that.
actually
Okay.
just specific to her.
Cool.
That's kind of her special touch
That's
about
neat.
it. And then the earrings too.
Oh, I love. Oh, yes,
Yeah,
you
you
can tell a
see, like-
difference. It is more flowy.
It
That's
just-
really
yeah,
neat.
So the way that she has them set.
Yes,
is
I love
different.
that. That's really, really cool.
So we brought a couple of her pieces, and then I'll show one other one here. Is
This is my
necklace.
favorite personally. I love
Like
this.
on a white T-shirt, just
Yeah.
wearing that, and it just kind of comes down.
That's the thing that you can wear with anything, but agreed, if you kind of simplify what you're wearing and then have that as a piece, that's the statement piece. That's what I
Right,
love.
like people
Yeah.
don't need, you don't have to have all this fancy stuff. Literally, good white T-shirt
Yeah.
and some accessories.
I love that. That's so amazing. And then
Yeah.
Hillary, where are you located? Because I know a lot of people get confused about this with the lodge at
That
Vail
is a
on the
very
spot.
good
Yeah.
question. We are literally directly across the street from Sweet Basil.
Awesome.
We're 198 Gore Creek, but if you find Sweet Basil, we're across the street on the corner.
So you're actually attached to here. To
We
the
are
Lodge of Vail.
attached to the lodge.
Which is so funny.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've lived here for 10 years and I just learned this.
I know, I don't think people go, it's the secret walkway. If you go down to
Totally.
Elway's, there's a whole walkway, and
Right.
we're on the corner of the base of that walkway.
I love that. So you can have the glam here and the glitz at Squash Blossom. And how, when are you open?
We are open 10 to 7.
10 to 7 every day?
Every day.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here with us on the Glitz
Yeah.
and Glam.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits, eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TVA Weather Center. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt. On this Monday morning, it is a beautiful day to start the week here. 53 degrees at 8 a.m. to start the day. We'll see a high of 76 degrees with a 15% chance of precipitation, most likely in the afternoon here. But mostly sunny skies this Monday. Some decent winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour coming from the west-northwest today. Into the hourly at noon, things heat up to 68 degrees. 4 p.m. temperatures hit 74 and then start coming back down at 8 p.m. around 69 degrees at 8 p.m. It's mostly sunny skies throughout the day today to start the week. And into the I-70 corridor, Eagle looking at a high of 83, Avon a high of 78, Vail a high of 76, and a 15% chance of rain here throughout the Rocky Mountains today. Denver a high of 85 and sunny skies on the Front Range today. Tonight a low of 46, 15% chance of rain sticks around, partly cloudy skies this evening, winds die down to 5 to 10 miles per hour coming from the southeast tonight. Into the rest of the week, partly cloudy skies to carry us through this week and into the weekend, but temperatures hovering around the mid to upper 70s the next couple days before cracking the 80s Thursday, Friday, and heading into the weekend. Those lows hovering around 50, so nothing too crazy. It's just that typical Colorado summer weather right now. We're enjoying these kind of mild temperatures compared to the rest of the state and the country. So get on out, have a great day. Thanks to you, whoever you are, wherever you are, for tuning in. Thanks to Max behind the camera, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the Rockies.